Yeah, welcome again to the educational channel. So these are online classes for the land surveying students. The civil, the building, the quantity, the architecture under the leveling. So here we have the rise and fall method. Again, we have done a lot of videos under the same. You need to check the more detailed videos that have illustrated well what is the rise and fall method. uh, you can look at that more. So this is a simple example that I'm going to do, that was done by the NEC 2021 November series students. The same is seen on the November 2018 and also the 2022 July series examination. So question number 4a, table 1 shows a page of a leveling book produced in which some readings were marked as X. Those are the missing. Then we need to complete the page with arithmetic check, a total of 12.5 marks. So this is the table, this is the leveling book. We have the stations, backside, intermediate, foresight, rise and fall, the reduced level, and the remarks. So here we they or us had calculated earlier the sum of the values. Then we have some of the missing values here, where our x's are illustrated. We have our missing values here. Then here we are given the summation of the backside. We have 4 change points, so the first, second, third, fourth, we have fifth, and so that we have 5, so we have 5 changing points. Then the staff was held invert at this position here, so there we have a negative, illustrating the staff was held at an invert position. Yeah, let's go directly to the solved example there. So the missing data, we illustrated that with the red. So let's first start with our missing data. That is the first reading. So here first reading minus the x that we are supposed to get, we have a fall. That means this value was greater. You can write maybe a shortcut. So the first reading minus x is equals to negative 0.700. By doing that, that will be changing the sign, so that will be an addition. So our answer will be 3.85 meters. That is the first data that was missing. Then our second data that was missing, so here, so there we had a change point. So we have the first reading again minus the second reading, getting a negative 1.03. Then we have the second reading there minus the third reading, which is the last reading on that positioning of the instrument, getting a positive 0.35. Then so there we had a change point again. That means here our x, we need to calculate it as the first reading of that positioning. Then we had been given a fall here, so that is a negative. So x minus 2.44 will get a negative of the fall. That means when I add those two, my value will be a little bit. So by the use of a calculator, so you remember that, so that will be x minus this 2.44 is equals to negative 0.0111. So that value answer of x will be 2.43 meters. Then on our next, so the intermediate minus the last reading, we had a rise there, so that is 2.44 minus the x is equals to a positive 1.100. That means our answer will be a lower value than that was on the first position here, so that will be 1.344. so we had a changing point there, and again, so this missing value here, we are going to calculate it later, so that x you can leave it now. So I will show you how I had gotten the 3.4 meter there held on the staff. So we move on to the next positioning. So here under the station 7, so 1.185 minus this was held invert, there our answer becomes a positive. So there we have a rise of 3.92. After finishing that, we come again, so you can prove this is a negative minus this negative will get a positive 4.422. that was already given. We move on to the last. So here we had a changing point, that means here we have a backside, that our value x, so x minus 1.525, our answer is supposed to be negative 0.805. that means our value needs to be lower. So by subtracting this 2, I'll get 0.720. that will be the value of my backside there. After finishing that, we had been given the summation of our total first readings. So there we had the total. In order for us to get the backside of station 6, you will add all these backside. So you'll add this and this, then your answer will be subtracted from 12.055, and that's how you'll get 3.400 meters as your backside. After getting that, you subtract 3.44 minus 2.010, and you'll get your answer as 1.390. so that will fall under the rise, that is a positive. After finishing all that, the reduced level that we were given, the reduced level was at this position, so the station 7, you can start here moving downwards, and also here moving upwards. So you remember, for upwards we are doing the opposite of the rise and the fall, but when we move downwards, we'll just use the values just as illustrated there. So this is 2.22, so this 222.2, this value was added to 222.200 was added to 3.922 in order for you to get 2.226.12. so 226.12, again we subtract where we have a fall, and we get the reduced level here. So that reduced level subtracted with the fall, a negative, you'll get the last reduced level here. So make sure you remember that. Here we move upwards, So the value that we have, we move upwards. So this is 222.2. There we have a rise. That means we'll subtract this value to this in order for us to get the value that we had here on top as to 20.80. Then this to 20 will again subtract, so we do the opposite and you'll get 219.71. This value will be added to the fall here, you'll get 219.72. Again you will subtract the rise in order for you to get 219.37. This value you will add the fall in order for you to get 220.4. 220 you will again add the fall in order for you to get the first reduced level as 221.11. So you remember, you do here the opposite and here you do the normal. After having done that, you can check the arithmetic check. So summation of the back side minus the summation of the force side will give you the same answer as the summation of the rise and fall, and it will give you the same answer as the last reduced level minus the first reduced level. So all our answers are the same. That means you have checked the arithmetic check, so that is right, and that is illustrated here. So the summation, those are the additional, so the additional the back side, the additional the force side, additional the rise, and the additional the falls. Remember that. So that is an example that I have done. More well explained example are on this channel, the iWords Short Empire. So you remember, this is the educational channel, the way to go. So under the building civil for NEC, even for the highway survey for the SEDAC and the other SEDAC based courses related to survey, this is what leveling is done. Remember to subscribe for more educational videos and explanation on the channel. Thank you. That will be